Yes. Any questions, doubts in the morning session? And I have already uploaded that morning session in our YouTube channel, SVS University. Okay, so you can just go to playlists and you can see batch 56 playlist. Okay, this one. So this is the batch 56 playlist, guys. So you can just go through that, the morning session. Okay, the morning session, what we discussed, the first session. So it was the first session I just uploaded today. And the second session also I'll upload in the same playlist, guys. Okay, just keep an eye. Yeah. So you can just watch it, guys. In case if it is new, if it is the first class for you, in case if you miss the first class, guys, just watch it. And if anyone wants to watch it again, you can just watch this class. Okay. Fine. Any questions before jumping into the sessions, please?
How about the notes?
Yes.
The notes which you have to share.
Notes I'll share. Okay. Once the registration process is over.
Okay.
Yeah. Fine. Any other questions, guys? You'll get access to Google Notes, okay, so that it will be automatically it will be updated once I just added the things and all. You can see that, so that you will get the access and personal like Google Drive videos also. Abu, no, this is not the first session. Morning, your yesterday night is the first session which was completed yesterday's night session is the first one, and this is the second session. It's just an introduction session. You can see here, okay. Just go to YouTube and just type SVS University and go to playlist section and you can see the first class. This is the first class, MSSQL DBA batch 56 playlist. You can just watch it. That is the first session. Okay. Yes, any other questions, guys? Questions, doubts, anything you want to discuss related to the course? People generally, they will ask this question, Shanmukh. What about the market, right? How the market will be for SQL DBS. So, I just want to tell you one thing, guys. In this three-tier architecture, right? There is that, yeah. In this three-tier architecture, for web servers, we'll use a different technology. For application, we'll use different technologies. For a database, we'll use different technologies. Networking, will use different technologies. So, Windows team will involve in setting up the things. Application team will involve in setting up the things. Database team will involve in setting up the things. Network team will involve in setting up the things, like whatever architecture it is. Like, so only we are going to take care of database, guys. But VMs has to be created. Installations, OS installations has to be performed. Third-party softwares has to be installed. Networking has to be taken care. Storage has to be taken care. Security has to be taken care. So we are not going to do all these things. There will be different teams to perform all these activities, right? If you go to any hotel, you can see if you are able to eat the food means not a single guy is preparing, multiple people involved in preparing that food. Gas has to deliver. Yes, please.
Sorry,
No problem. Yes,
Shanmukh,
please.
voice is little bit low. Can you please check the
Guys,
volume?
is my audio clear, everyone?
Sir, your voice is somewhat low, sir.
Yeah, little bit low. Like morning, it's okay, but now it's little bit low.
No problem, no problem. Let me check from my side, okay? Let me...
Shanmugh, actually, your voice is not that much clear, actually.
Okay, okay. Just a minute, let me check my connections. Just let me check my connections.
For me, it's clear.
Guys, is it improved? Is that okay now?
Yeah, it's clear, Shanmugh.
Yeah, now it's okay.
Yeah.
Clear, but can you increase the sound, sir?
Now it's fine, I think so.
Which sound I have to increase? My laptop volume I have to increase?
Yeah.
There will be no difference. It's actually 100%, but there is no dependency on my laptop volume. Okay.
Got it.
Fine. So is it clear, guys? In case if you're still facing the audio issue, in case, okay, just try to rejoin it. I hope it will be cleared if you rejoin.
No, it's a clear, Shanmugh.
Yeah, yeah. In case if
Okay.
any specific people are facing any audio issue, just rejoin, guys. It will be cleared. Okay. Fine. Right. Yeah. So that's what, like, if you go to any hotel and if you are able to eat some food means only cook is not responsible to bring the food, right? To prepare the food and all. Lot of teams will be involved. That cook has to cook the food, and service boy has to give his service, and a lot of backend people like gas connection, whatever it is, everything has to be set up properly. Then only you are able to eat the food. Here also, we are responsible for managing the database. But web servers are involved in this, application servers are involved in this, database servers are involved in this, networking is there in between the servers, storage team will be involved, Windows team will be involved. So many people, they will contribute to make sure the application is up and running. It's not only a database business, a DBA business. All the teams has to perform their duties properly, then only the application will be up and running. If database service is up and running, if network is down, application will not be up and running. So now you can imagine how many teams involved here. So if you got one project, I have to recruit all the people, right? If you are getting any new project, I have to recruit Windows team, I have to recruit network team, I have to recruit DB team, I have to recruit application team, I have to recruit storage team, whatever. So now, if market is not good, are they going to uninstall SQL Server overnight? Are they going to change
No.
their application overnight? Are they going to change their networking overnight? Are they going to change the storage overnight if the market is not good? Are you getting the point, guys? Shanmukh, I heard that there is no calls for database. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? So calls will never depends on the technology. One project if you are getting means lot of technologies involved. So if market is not good, you will not get the new project. If you are not getting the new project, whatever technologies you are using in maintaining the application, all people will not get any calls. If inflation is there, they are not going to uninstall SQL Server overnight. Just want to tell you one thing, Shanmugh, there is no calls for SQL DBA. It's not like this. It's completely wrong. Not only for SQL DBA. Market is not good since 1 year. There are many reasons. I'll tell you the reasons also. Because of Corona, overemployment, excess employment, packages are doubled, tripled because of Corona. Lot of applications went online, lot of business went online. So lot of applications like deployed. So by that time, they need manpower. Everything is going online. They need manpower. So excess employment was created. You don't believe before Corona, a 5 years guy used to get 6, 7 lakhs max or 8 lakhs max. After Corona, it was 13 lakhs, 14 lakhs. A DBA. The packages also doubled. Packages sometimes it was tripled. So excess employment was created. Lot of reasons why there are no calls in the IT industry currently. Lot of reasons, guys. Excess employment was created due to Corona. So now all the things stabilized. Like after 2, 3 years of Corona, now things are stabilized. So that time we need more manpower in maintaining the applications. Now we don't need that much manpower. Once application is settled, generally after 2, 3 years, they will they won't take any support. They will only manage by just recruiting 2 or 3 people. So excess employment was created. So because of that demand, They recruited a lot of people and then excess employment was created. Now they don't have projects in their hands. So what they have to do? So they are not giving any internal hikes. At least if market is good outside, you can try outside. There are no calls. So intentionally, IT people, knowingly or unknowingly, with mutual understanding, they are freezing the recruitment to stabilize the IT market. This is one reason. I'm not saying this is the only reason. This is one reason. So if market is not good, there will be no calls for other technologies also, not only for SQL DBA. Again, I'm saying if there is an inflation, no one is going to uninstall SQL Server overnight. If market is not good means you will not get new projects. One project, many technologies involved in maintaining the applications. Front end, Java, PHP, different .NET. So different front end, web services and database services, networking, storage, Windows, infra. So all these things will be affected, guys. And don't think because of AI, all the jobs are gone. No, nothing like that. Yes, there is an impact of AI. I'm not saying. Okay, there is an impact of AI, but administration, believe me, administration 100% you cannot achieve automation, guys, using AI. See, nowadays, earlier if you want to write any coding, programming and all, it's very difficult. Now, if you go to Chat GPT, whatever program you want, it is going to write. Now, tell me, who is going to be affected now, developers or DBS?
Developers.
Developers. AI, like because of AI, earlier we used to depend on developers for coding. Now we can simply go to Chat GPT. We can get whatever you want. PowerShell, batch scripting, .NET, anything, any language. It is going to give you the script. Just you have to modify it as per your requirements. Administration, again I'm saying administration, you cannot achieve 100% automation. So definitely if you want to patch one server, automation will help you to patch the server, but automation cannot take the approvals, right? It cannot send emails to the end users. And it cannot get the window, patching window and all. I'll tell you what is patching and all. Don't worry, I'm just giving an example, guys. So please be muted. I'm getting a lot of echo, Jay. If you don't have any questions, please be muted, guys.
Thank you, Sanmukh. Actually, you have cleared one thing today, right? In today section, right now in this section, because actually today morning what happened now? Actually, I started the DBA class from your institute, but one of my friend actually he completed the AWS. Okay.
Okay.
So he got the information anywhere, I don't know. I'm doing the DBA class. So just today at 10:30 he called me and he asked me that you have started the class in DBA, SQL DBA. I told him yes, I started from today onwards. Okay, so he suggests me, Array, don't do that. Just go to the enter in the SQL AWS, start the class. In the future, actually, the DBA no matter in the future. But actually, I got the information that the DBA is everywhere is DBA is required.
Required, yes.
Okay, so I clear to him, yes, I clear to him कि actually database is the most important. Everywhere actually the database is required.
Yes.
Okay, so if we will actually work in the AWS also, on that base, on that also the database is required to manage anyone.
Correct. That's true. Yeah.
Okay,
If you
so
go
I
for
clear
AWS,
everything.
GCP, Azure, everywhere you go, database is mandatory. So without database, there will be no application as of now. Database should be there. Why? Because you are not managing MBs of data, you are managing terabytes of data. So there should be a separate mechanism to handle the data, right? So database is everywhere. Without database, okay, you cannot imagine the application, guys. One thing. Second thing is, I just want to highlight again, I just want to highlight calls will not be there based on the technologies. Okay, market people will tell something like why that is, why that technology, why this technology, why? Because whatever technology is comfortable, like he will tell you. But if you go to like other technologies also the situation is same. And why SQL DB, I'll tell you guys. Whether you are with me or you are not going to be with me, that's a different thing. But seriously, I'm saying one thing. If you are from non-IT background and you have a lot of gap, you are not working since years, you are new to the IT. So I would say MSSQL DBA is the easiest technology when compared to other technologies. So if
That's
you're
why actually that's why Sanmukh at morning actually I was confused. What is the MySQL and what is the MSSQL DBA?
correct,
That's why I asked him to the
yes,
question.
yes,
Because in Mumbai, actually everywhere provided the teaching the MySQL DBA.
hmm,
Nobody provide a lot of institute now. MSSQL no classes available. Only MySQL
yes,
DB is available. But
yes,
one of my two three friends are already completed the classes from your institute, and
hmm,
I saw actually they are go very high. That's why
okay,
actually I also just refer me also to join your class. Okay, then I will follow you last 1 month, yeah, 1 month, yeah, 2 months actually.
yeah, thank you, Anjan, thank you. Okay,
Thank you so much.
yeah, fine. So now the technology like we are going to learn is easy when compared to other technologies, right? The other technologies, mostly the other DB technologies, I told you, right? You have to learn OS also, Linux you have to learn. We cannot remember normal, simple commands only. But if you want to learn the operating system separately, you have to put extra efforts. And again, you have to learn OS. And for 5 years, 6 years level, you want to try means you have to learn minimum three technologies. OS you have to learn, right? MSSQL DB, I mean to say the other database technology you have to learn. So you have to spend a lot of time on that. But still, it's not like it is easy. So you have to join. It depends upon the market. There are other reasons also why you have to learn MSSQL DBA. So choose easiest technology like MSSQL DBA, and we are going to cover Azure also, which is cloud, which will be helpful for you for the next 10-15 years also. And 1 minute, Rashid is doing something on my screen. Let me clear all drawings and let me disable annotations for others. Okay, fine. So once you jumped into IT, guys, with the help of this GUI technology, then you will get to know your area of interest. Based on that, you can learn. And Azure is also we are adding, right? So future like the cloud and all, if you are adding, so that will be very helpful to learn the cloud related things easily. And once you learn one DB technology completely, believe me, it is easy to learn other DB technologies also. So and that is one more reason. Third reason is if you go and search why MSSQL, if you go and search, as of now, the widely used database software product in the market is MSSQL. I am not saying this one. There is a report called Gartner report. If you just go and check the Gartner report, okay, you can see that the rank of MSSQL, guys. Okay, just Gartner report for SQL Server. Just type it, and you can see here. Okay, so now if you see here, Microsoft is on top. See, there are four sections here. If you see in the database technology, leaders, challengers, niche players, and visionaries. So in the leaders, Microsoft is on top. Now, yes, Postgres and all is slowly occupying the DB market, but still Microsoft is on top in the database industry. So you are learning a very good technology, I can say. It's an old technology, but definitely you are learning a very good technology which will help you to settle your life. So again, I'm saying one thing that I want to clear you guys: don't change the technologies. Your friend will say something, your your brother will say something, your wife will say something, your husband will say something, okay, and your bamardi will say something. Don't change the technologies, guys. Don't change the technologies. Just stick to one technology. Practice it, practice it, practice until you are going to be succeeded. Just practice it.
Hello.
Yes, yes, please. Jamir. Yeah.
Hi.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
I'm doing
Yeah,
good. How
thank
about
you.
you? Yeah.
For me, I have one doubt. For example, if you have around 10 years of experience, you are becoming experienced guy.
Yes.
And we become 12 years of experience. Even 2 years guy can do the DBA work. Then how
Correct.
we can project ourselves
Very
as
good.
an
Very good.
experienced guy?
Very good. Very good question. See, a 2 years guy can do a limited things. A 12 years guy has to do extra things. In the SQL DBA, it's an ocean. Any technology is an ocean only, guys. Believe me. Any technology is an ocean only. A 2 years guy cannot solve a performance issue. A 2 years guy cannot design the databases, cannot design the uh, application
Not exactly two
database,
years. I was doing
whatever
around
it is,
5 years or 6 years.
whatever. As per not only DBA, any technology depends upon your experience. Okay, you will get extra responsibilities in the team. So that can be a technical things. Why? Because a 5 6 years can fix all the errors like a 12 years guy. Tell me, Jamir.
It only we cannot
Depends, right?
sometimes.
Sometimes he can,
But
sometimes
he
he
can
cannot.
do.
Sometimes he can, sometimes he cannot. So it depends upon the technology, how deeply you are learning. At 12 years, 15 years, 20 years also. 20 years again, if you are in the same industry, you will not work as a technical guy. You are going to like, you will get extra responsibilities as an SME, subject matter expert, as a lead, as a manager. So based on the, you have to, now you are handling one technology. Later you have to handle multiple technologies or multiple projects, shared projects. So it depends upon your experience. All these responsibilities will be increased, Zamir. But in the data, sometimes even though 5 6 years guy, what he's doing, sometimes he has to do same. A 12 years guy also has to do the same. Depends upon the work on. Say for example, DBA generally in the shift, generally hardly 2 or 3 people will be there if it is a big organization. If it is a small organization or medium scale organization, 1 or 2 people will be there in the shift. So if you are a 12 years experience guy, no, no, I will not fix this issue. This has to be done by juniors only. You cannot say like that. Whatever issue is there in your shift, you have to fix it. So at 12 years experience people also, whatever they are doing, 2 years people will do, 3 years people will do, but the level of subject, it will be increased. The knowledge will be increased. The issues that you are solving are going to fix is going to be different when compared to a 5 years, 6 years guy, Jamir. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
Sir, one last question. So,
Sandhya,
AI implement.
Sandhya. Lot of disturbance, Sandhya. Can't hear you. Can't hear you properly. Just type your, yeah, Sandhya. Just type your question in the chat. Okay, definitely we'll see that one. I cannot hear you. Lot of disturbance I'm getting. Yeah.
So, is it generally, is it like 24/7
Yes,
support do we
yes,
have to
yes.
provide as
DBC
okay?
administration or maintenance, kind of maintenance, right? Administration, Windows, network administration, storage administration, database administration. We should be available for 24/7. Developers
Okay.
9 to 5, 9 to 6 job, guys. Sometimes if you have any deployments and all, maybe some extra support. But DBS are not like that. DBS are 24/7 support. So
Okay.
definitely, if you are jumping into this means you can expect any shift. There will be 3 shifts. Morning shift, generally we'll call it as a pack shift, Asia Pacific shift, and UK shift and US shift. So yes, someone should be available to give the support in these 3 shifts, 24/7. So you can be in the. I'm not saying continuously you'll be in the night shift. So 1 week morning shift, 1 week afternoon shift, 1 week night shift, different shifts. Sometimes depends on company. 1 month, whole month you'll be in the morning shift, whole month you'll be in the afternoon shift, whole month you'll be in the night shift. So like that depends upon the company, depends upon the project, depends upon the manpower. Okay, so sometimes you have to support Saturday, Sundays also. That is called on call. So if something went wrong on Saturday, okay, no, no, this is Saturday now. Today is Saturday. I cannot support. You cannot say like that. At least one person should be available. You no need to connect and work continuously. If there is an issue, you will get a call. You have to connect to the servers and you have to fix the issue. That is called on-call support. So yes, DBA, any administration job is a 24/7 job. You have to support in three shifts. Sometimes, if you are lucky, 20-30 percentage projects are UK projects. If it is UK projects and all, your job will start at afternoon 2 o'clock and it will end at night 11 o'clock. So a feasible time. Morning to like up to afternoon 2 o'clock will be free. And 2 to 11. Sometimes the shift is fixed. Like this, when you will get, very less projects, like 20 to 30% projects, you might get this kind of shift. That will be fixed, 2 to 11 shift or morning 6 to 3 shift, but it's kind of 20 to 30% chances are there. 70% is the shifts will be rotation shifts only, guys. Abu, morning and evening sessions are not same, guys. Again, I'm going to clear you one thing. Every week we'll connect for 4 times. For US people, it will be Friday evening, Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning. For US people, for India, it will be Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. So daily will connect. Daily in the sense Saturday will connect for 2 times, morning and evening, Sunday morning and evening. All 4 sessions are different, not the same. Okay, Abu. Sanjay, what is your question, Sanjay?
Actually, you said it is start from today, so that's why I joined today.
You
But you said that evening
no,
session and
Abu,
then yes.
I got you got my link, right? Meeting link.
Yeah, I got your link.
I hope
Yes,
I
I
just
got your link,
yeah, I
but
just shared even EST timings also. So it will start yesterday itself. I just shared that EST timing. So Friday night, that's okay. One session, introduction session, you can just watch it. Not an issue. Okay. We didn't discuss it, too technical things and all.
okay, no
Just
issues.
course overview. Okay. But it is clear, right, for you now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Guys, any other questions, guys, please?
Hello.
Yeah, Shanmukh, like for infrastructure, is it a different team or we come under that, like as a DBA? Are we a part of
Generally,
infrastructure?
it's a different team,
Mhm.
but we are all under infrastructure only.
Okay.
Okay. Hierarchy wise, we are all under infrastructure only. Roles wise, infrastructure team is different. Like infrastructure team is going to create the infrastructure, like setting up the VMs, installing OS, installing third-party softwares, and the security measures from the machine side. That will be taken care by the infra. But hierarchy wise, the Windows team, network team, storage team, DB team will comes under infra only.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm.
So in my current organization, I'm working as a DBA only, but we don't have like backup strategies as such. We take weekly backups and all, and
Mm.
infrastructure team is also there, but we don't have any kind of shifts and all. We are all
Mm.
working on general shifts.
Oh, very good. Which
So
company it is?
it's
Which company? That's okay. Just let me know if you have any openings.
yeah. But I think it is kind of a weird, like most of the companies having the shift work in this
Correct.
but
Yes. Yes.
in this scenario is it something else?
Nothing.
And
See, I
also
told you that.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Please continue.
yeah. And also if I try to apply for some positions in other organizations,
Mm.
they usually ask for a shift, as well as they ask like they expect to have experience on multiple technologies like Postgres as well as SQL, also Oracle as well. So how to handle such situations, as I am already working as a SQL Server DBA, but I don't have exposure to Oracle and all.
See,
Yeah.
generally, yeah. Okay. So generally depends upon, you can be mute. Yeah. Thank you. So generally depends upon the project. Not everyone will ask you to work on cross DB technologies. That is one thing. Depends. Nowadays, Oracle DBS also joining our sessions. When I asked them, they are saying I have to take the responsibility of the SQL servers also. We have around 100 Oracle DB databases and 10 SQL servers are there. For 10 SQL servers, again, why they will recruit one more DBA? So they are asking us to work on SQL servers and Oracle DBA. At the same time, a SQL DB also has to work on the Oracle side. I'm not saying in all the organizations it will be a common practice. No, it's very rare. Very rare. It's always good to learn multiple DB technologies in this current situation, first thing, but master in one DB technology. Again, I'm saying just master in one DB technology. Other things you can see. No need to learn complete things. For example, you're a SQL DBA. Now they're asking you to handle Oracle servers, Oracle databases. In that scenario, what and all some common issues we are getting from Oracle side? What and all health checks that they are going to do? Just learn small things. That is enough to perform your regular day-to-day activities. Apart from that, if they are exclusively asking you to work on the DB technology, Oracle also, then definitely you have to learn. Okay, if that is the only way. But if you go outside, you may not get that chance. If you are really interested, if you are really serious to learn the things, always in the IT industry, adding one technology is an asset. So if you are really interested in learning Oracle also, that's a good opportunity for you. If you are not interested, no, I will stick to SQL Server. You can just try outside. If outside there are no calls, there is no other option. You have to manage whatever they are saying. Okay,
Yeah,
but
sure.
it's not a common
Yeah.
practice. It's not at all a common practice. I can say 85% people will not ask you to work on other DB technologies. There will be separate teams for each DB technology. 10 to 15% they might ask you to work on other DB technologies also based on their manpower issues and all.
Yeah. Yeah, and one more last thing, like nowadays, like from SQL Server 2017, right? It has support for Linux. So is it also mandatory for us to learn
No,
Linux, or
no.
is it no, right? Okay.
Very simple answer is no. Why? Because it was introduced in 2017. Now
Yeah.
2024, around 7 years. Now also not even 1% people are using SQL with Linux.
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
if people are using SQL with Linux, then I'll tell you like it's mandatory. But no, still there are. It is still in complete. It's not completely designed. Okay, it is still in kind of what I can say designing stage only. So there might in future it might be like uh, it might occupy some decent percentage in the DB industry, but as of now no need to learn Linux. Okay, for Linux with SQL as of now, people are not using, I can say, so not required. But
Yeah.
learning Linux is always good. Learning Linux is always good, I can say.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Shinmuk.
Yes, I.
Actually, I'm working as a MySQL DBA.
Okay.
So I have around 5+ years of experience.
Good, Sai.
Okay. So I want to learn a SQL DBA as well. So after
Okay.
completing of this course, so how much experience can I put on my resume? Like its training is L1 or L2?
This training covers up to 6-7 years, but up to 10 years also same responsibilities, guys. Only one thing, the difference is performance tuning, guys. If you are having more than 7 years, they will expect something from you related to the performance tuning. Remaining all things are same. Again, I am saying this training, if you just leave the performance tuning, what a 12 years guy will do as a DBA, you can also do the same thing in the organization. But the level, okay, if it is like if you are more experienced, they will expect more from you. Very critical issues and all you have to handle. P1 calls and all you have to handle. That doesn't mean a L2 guy will not handle P1, P2 calls.
Okay, got it.
He has to handle. Yeah.
So we can easily keep 4 to 5 years, right? After
Pakka,
completing of this
up,
course.
up to 6 years
Okay.
blindly you can put up to 6 years.
Okay. And one more question. In the course content, you mentioned Azure also, right? So that how many
that you can put
years we can keep for
3
Azure
years, 3
as
to
well?
4 years, 3 to 4 years.
You will cover advanced level.
Advanced level L1 partial L2. L1 partial L2. This is L1 L2 partial L3.
Okay.
Okay. Azure L1 partial L2.
Okay. Clear. Yeah. Thanks, Shanmugh.
No problem.
I'm clear. Thank you.
Yeah, please. No problem. Any other questions, guys? Jai joined from 2 devices.
Yeah, sir, my laptop sound is too low, sir. So
Okay. That's
using
okay.
the screen now.
No problem. Hey, Sai. Good morning, Sai. Sai Jidugunta. I guess he's away from the system. Okay. Any other questions, guys? Sanjay, is it clear? And Sanjay asked one more question.
Hello?
Yes, Jamir.
Yeah, how much configuration we require for laptop to
I'll tell you.
this thing?
Yeah, in the morning we discussed, but again I'll tell you. Don't worry. Yeah, now I will discuss
I
about the
didn't
laptop.
attended morning session.
No problem. I'll tell you.
Just
I'll
now.
tell you. Not an issue. Okay. So Sanjay, hi Shanmukh, will L1 and L2 support be impacted by A? Not at all. Not at all, Sanjay. No, not at all. AI is not new because of only this chat GPT and all. AI was famous now. AI was there since 2008. Okay. So no, I can say the short answer is not completely. Okay. AI is going to taken care. It's not possible. I'll tell you why also. I'll tell you. It's not like simply not just I'm saying no. Why also I'll tell you. You will get to know easily while we are discussing the things. Why AI can't take the lead in this administration things and all. I'll tell you. Clear, guys? Right. So laptop configuration. Let me tell you laptop configuration. We need a laptop. Okay. With 8 to 16 GB RAM. 16 GB RAM. i3. Minimum i3. Minimum i3. i3, i5, i7 and 100 GB free space. Hard disk. 100 GB free space. Okay. This is enough, guys. And I'm having only 4 GB Shanmugh. Can I practice? Yes. You can practice up to 40% of the course with 4 GB RAM. That too, one thing is you cannot install many applications in your laptop. Why? Because normal Windows 10 OS itself will take 4 GB RAM. Okay. So again, you have to install VM. Again, you have to create VM. So which will create some pressure on the resources. So up to 40% you can practice with 4 GB RAM. So if you are having any 4 GB RAM, don't worry. Just go to Amazon or Flipkart. You can add extra RAM. But while adding the extra RAM, guys, please check the RAM. Check how many slots are there and check the capacity of each slot and check whether the RAM is DDR3 or DDR4. So you can check from here, guys. Or you can use an application called CPU-Z. If you go to task manager and if you go to performance and if you click on memory section, you can see here. Okay. Somewhere it will show you DDR3 or 4. DDR3 or 4. Here only it should show, right? Here you can see here, course, it is sockets, logical processors. 1 minute, let me show you. Here you can see here 2 of 2. I am having 2 slots, guys. Okay, 2 of 2 used. And I guess in the new laptop it will show you. Somewhere it will show you, guys, DDR3 or 4. Or you can use one application, small application called CPU-Z. You can just download it from Google. And this application will tell you how many slots are there, capacity of each slot, what RAM it is. See here, memory. See here, DDR4. And size is 16 bytes, 16 GB. Okay. And if you see here, you can see slot 1, 8 GB, DDR4, and slot 2, DDR4, 8 GB. So you can just install this and you can validate how many slots you have, what is the capacity of each slot, how much current RAM, what kind of RAM it is, DDR3 or 4. If it is old laptop, generally it will be DDR3, old in the sense 7, 8 years old. It can be a DDR3. So if it is new laptop and all, 99% it will be DDR4. So while buying the RAM also, you have to be very careful. You have to check the capacity. You have to check, okay, DDR3 or 4, and then you have to buy it, guys. Installing the RAM is easy. You can go to any mechanic shop, I mean hardware shop and all, they are going to help you. If not, just do a video call to me in the WhatsApp. I'll also help, like tell you how to insert a RAM. Okay, so not an issue. Clear, guys? RAM, laptop setup and all. Is it clear, everyone?
Yes, Shanmugh.
Yes, please. So many questions till now. We haven't started the session. You will teach SQL again. Yes, Abu. 2019, 2022. We'll use 2019 and 2022 versions, latest versions. Okay. Now tell me, guys, what is SQL Server? What is SQL Server?
It is a relational database
Software.
to store the data and retrieve the data and process the data.
Very good. Yeah. SQL Server is a database software which will help you to store the data, process the data, and retrieve the data. So I'll add one word, guys. So before discussing, like how it was invented. So we'll discuss slowly. So before database, we use it to store the data in the flat files, Excel sheets and all. Before flat files, we use it to store the data in the
Manually.
like kind of manual things, like physical things and all, right? We have papers and these kind of things we used to use. And before that, before papers, we used to use even leaves to store the data. And before that, even we used rocks also to store the data. So this is how the era came, guys. Rocks and then leaves and then papers, even cloths also generally will use, like, and then papers. And then once machine is invented, one system is invented, then they used to use flat files. Okay, and they used to use Excel sheets. Excel is also an excellent database software, guys. Then Shanmukh, why we are not using Excel? I am very familiar with Excel, right? Why we are not using Excel is also excellent database software. But why we are not using? Very simple. Earlier, like before the smartphones, we used to use the feature phones, small phone, keypad phone, that is feature phone. Before that, we have landlines. Before that, we have card phones. Before that, we have just pagers to send the data. Before that, we have just letters kind of thing, right? How it was changed in the same way. Now, you people are using, we are using 128 GB RAM phones, 256, sorry, not RAM, storage. 128 GB storage phones, 256 GB storage phones. But before that, when feature phone was introduced, the storage of that feature phone is just 256 KB, guys. Just 256 KB. And then it was changed to, like, it was increased to 512 MB, then 1 GB phones, then 2 GB phones, then 4 GB phones. Nowadays, anyone is using 4 GB phones, guys? Anyone is using 4 GB phones nowadays? Not at all. Why? Because it is not sufficient for our needs. How much data we are producing, guys, daily? How much data we are producing daily? Charts, attachments, GIFs, videos, audio messages. How much data we are producing? Taking photos, videos. So 4 GB is not at all sufficient. But that time when they introduced 2008, something like that, 4 GB is a big phone. Now 128 GB, 256 GB is a very big phone. But in future, this is also a small phone. Maybe you will handle 1 TB phone, 2 TB phones also. Why? Because that much data we are handling, we are producing on a regular basis. So 4 GB, 8 GB, 16 GB, 32 GB, even we don't see, very rarely we'll see 32 GB phones now. Mostly people are using 64 GB, 128 GB phones. So Excel also we can use as a database, but the problem is it cannot handle terabytes of data. And retrieving is very difficult when compared to the database. So retrieving from the Excel sheet Like for example, you want to retrieve a specific record. It's difficult when compared to Excel sheet. When compared to database. So the amount of data is increasing on a regular basis. So all these technologies till now, whatever you used, they become legacy. They cannot handle the huge data. So the database technologies like Microsoft SQL Server earlier, like in 1980s, actually the logic was invented by Sybase guys. Whatever things that we are using now, MSSQL Server, that is a product of Sybase. That is a product of Sybase, 1980s actually, it was invented. Then Microsoft took this logic from the Sybase, they bought the logic from the Sybase and they just added their own flavors. Then it became MSSQL Server guys. It became MSSQL Server, Microsoft SQL Server. Who is the vendor of this software guys? Microsoft. Microsoft actually invented by Sybase, then Microsoft took over this from Sybase and then they just added their own flavors, their own features and all. So in 1980s, then 1990s, up to that will be fine in the database technology. There is no GUI, graphical user interface. All are CUI only, command user interface. Then slowly in the year of 2000, Microsoft introduced graphical. Microsoft is famous for graphics, guys, right? Because of Microsoft only, we are able to use personal computers. Even everyone is able to use personal computers. Even though you are a techie, you don't know how to handle a Linux machine, right? If you don't know Linux. But Microsoft is not like that. Just very simple, completely GUI. If you want to create a folder, right click new folder. You want to copy, right click copy. You want to paste, right click paste. Delete, right click delete. So everyone can easily in the nowadays in the education from first class itself, like they are teaching computers. Because of Microsoft, because of the feature, the main feature of the Microsoft is GUI. Because of that only we are able to handle the personal computers and all easily. So then what it did Microsoft, they added GUI feature in the database industry. Till then there is no GUI option in the database. If you want to create a database, you have to write one query. If you want to insert the data, you have to write one query. If you want to delete the data, you have to write one query. If you want to take the backup, you have to write the query. If you want to restore the database, you have to write the query. How many queries you can remember, guys? But Microsoft, what it did is like it just invented a GUI tool called SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. We'll tell you, we'll discuss about this SSMS, guys. So it just invented this Microsoft SQL Server Management Studio. Because of that, the database industry was completely turned, guys. So from then onwards, Microsoft took the major share in the database industry. Not only because of GUI, I'm not saying because of only GUI. No, not only because of GUI, because of the other features. Also, because of those features, also Microsoft, slowly we'll discuss those features and all. Microsoft occupied a majority of the database industry share, guys. So this is how the SQL Server was like invented. This is how it was like running since 30 years. More than 30 years, I can say. Right? So in the morning, we just discussed one thing like SQL Server is a software, database software. I can add one more thing, guys. SQL Server is an RDBMS software. RDBMS. What is this RDBMS? What is this RDBMS, guys?
Relational database management.
Relational database management system. Okay. So before RDBMS, we have DBMS concept. Guys, database is like where you are storing the data. The medium of storing the data is your database. So how you are storing the data, that is also important, right? If you go to Excel sheet, if you go to Notepad, you can simply store line by line. If you go to Excel sheet, you can store cell. In the cell, each cell you can store the data. In the same way, how you are storing the data in the database, guys, that is called mode. In which mode you are storing the data? In which mode you are storing? Why? Because it will help you to retrieve the data easily. Okay, in which mode you are storing the data. So before RDBMS concept, RDBMS is a mechanism of storing the data. Okay, before RDBMS, we have one concept called DBMS, database management system. Maybe if you are from a technical background, you heard about these two words, DBMS, RDBMS and all. There are two separate paper. I mean, one separate paper on this RDBMS. So how you are storing the data, it will tell you guys, database management system, how you are storing the data. Generally, in any RDBMS software, the data will be stored in the form of tables, guys. Any RDBMS software, the data will be stored in the form of tables. The data will be stored in the form of tables, guys. For example, let's go with a student table, guys. Let's go with the student table. Now tell me some column names that you can track for student tables, guys. Tell me.
Roll number,
Student,
name,
okay.
ID,
Roll number, right.
class,
Class, name,
ID,
name,
blood group,
class, DOB, date of birth. Okay. Blood group. Next. Next, guys. Tell me what and all things we can track.
contact numbers,
Contact numbers. Okay.
Division,
Okay, fine. Next. Next, guys.
division,
No, religion.
Nowadays, bar is also mandatory.
Yes.
Section.
Okay. Section. Next. Gender. Right?
yeah, male,
Next.
female, yeah,
Yeah. Next.
address,
Address. Very good. Next. Next. What and all things we can track, guys? Marks. If you go for marks again, you can create one more table. How many marks in each subject? Okay, marks. Next.
percentage,
Percentage, attendance percentage, something like that. Okay, attendance
Father,
percentage. Next.
father name,
Sorry.
father name, sir.
Father name, mother name. Okay. From state, which state? In case if you are for studying in any universities, from which state, which country, if you are studying in other countries and all. Right? Like that, you can keep on tracking, guys. You can keep on tracking the things. But what is the challenge? And you forgot about very important column. What is that?
School name,
School name.
school name,
Okay, school name. Okay, fine. Next. Very, very important
ID,
column. Next. My favorite column.
ID number,
Next. Next. Try.
serial number,
Huh? Serial number is there. It's there.
serial number,
Next. A trainer's favorite number. What is there for favorite column? Someone said just now.
Please.
Huh?
Please.
Why you will ignore, guys? This is very important column, right? Fine.
actually,
So
we,
if
actually we don't like.
very good. Fine. So if you are keep on adding, we can keep adding the columns, guys. But what is the challenge, guys? What is the challenge? If the table is big, there are a lot of challenges in terms of performance, in terms of security also. Right? In terms of performance and in terms of security also, we'll face lot of challenges. In any RDBMS, guys, whether it is a SQL Server or Oracle or MySQL or NoSQL or Postgres, any RDBMS, all will store the data in the form of tables only. Every RDBMS, that is common. In every RDBMS, the common thing is all the technologies, like all the DB technologies, will use a common format of table. So storing the data in the form of tables is called DBMS, database management system. But how we are going to manage these tables? If the table is big, then when you are calling this table has to be loaded into the memory, which might create some performance issues, or it might create some security. See, fees I don't want to see. Okay, I don't want to give access to fee column. Marks I don't want to Like no one can see these marks and fee. It should be separate columns, separate tables. So here, if the table is like if you keep on adding the columns, table size will be increased and security is also very difficult. So in the RDBMS, okay, who is the father, guys? Who is the father of RDBMS? Who is the father of RDBMS? Any idea? Professor EF Cod. EF Cod. Professor EF Card suggested one thing. Hey, whatever data you are storing in the form of tables, it is good. But do one thing. Don't create big tables and all. Performance wise, security wise, it might create some issues. To improve the performance in the better way, let's do one thing. Create the tables. Okay, create the small tables and create a relationship between those tables. So now I'll do what I'll do, student ID. Okay, I'll just use this column as a main column. Name, class, DOB. Mazid, any questions? Please be muted, guys, in case if you don't have questions. DOB, like blood group, contact number. Like that, what I'll do, I'm going to create one small table, guys. For marks, I'll create one more table, student ID. I'll use same single column, marks. Again, marks means like your subjects, subject 1, subject 2, subject 3. Like that, I'm going to track the marks using some other table. Fee details, I'll create one more table. First term, second term, third term. So I'll create one more table, okay, for fee and all. So in this scenario, when you are calling the table, only the table will be loaded into the memory. So performance wise, it's good. First thing, security wise, I will not give access to the fee table to everyone. Only for the account department, I'll give access. For example, employees table. Employees table, if you can see the others salary, it will create lot of issues, right? So in the employee table, we can create employee ID, employee name, employee location, designation, salary, package, any deductions, what kind of deductions, personal deductions, leave balance. I can track many tables, guys, right, for employees. I can create a separate table for salary for employees. I can create a separate table for leave balance. I can create separate table for benefits. I can create separate table for insurance. I can create separate table for performance of employee. So if the tables are like small in size, performance wise it is good and I can create extra. I can manage the tables. I mean to say security also will be there. So whatever storing the data in the form of tables is your DBMS. But Professor EF Card proposed RDBMS, like whatever data you're storing in the form of tables, that is good. But do one thing, create small tables, store the data in the form of small tables and use one common column. Now, if you are like attending any board exams, right? Matriculation, 10th, intermediate, plus 2, when you're attending the board exams, university exams, only your roll number will be there, right? They cannot see even your name also. On the paper, they cannot see even, just you have to mention your roll number. So based on the roll number only, they are going to track all your marks, right? That one column which is using in every table is your common column. So using the common column, you can create relationship between multiple tables. That is called relational database management system. Okay, Professor EF Card proposed this relational RDBMS system. So like it was improved. Till then it was DBMS. So once we are like the data is increasing, the amount of data that you are storing in the database is increasing. Retrieval also will take time, guys. So if you are not using any mechanisms to retrieve the data properly, then it will be difficult. For example, if you click on the iPhone, if it is taking time to retrieve the data, you will just leave Amazon, you will go to Flipkart, some other website. So storing the data is important and retrieving the data is more important, guys. And again, I'm saying as a DBA, you should know the importance of the data. Again, I'm saying in every class, I'll tell you this point, guys. In every class, you should know the importance of the data. Your data is also very important. Now we are taking the class at Saturday night, 8:14 p.m. IST. By this time also, someone will sell your data to others. If you go to any shop, vegetable shop also, people are asking mobile numbers. What they will do, guys? Saloon shop also is asking mobile numbers. What they will do? I hope you know what they are going to do with your numbers. Saloon shop, if you go, they will ask mobile number. If you go to any supermarket, they will ask your mobile number. You should know the importance, guys. Earlier, this what is that chain of business. This more supermarkets, Reliance and all earlier. In case if their business is down, they used to give the ads across the state, across the district, across the city. Now you don't see more ads, guys, in the newspapers and all. They are tracking the mobile numbers. They are taking your mobile numbers. They can see what you are eating, what you are buying, when you are buying, how much quantity you are buying. They will only send you personalized messages. We have offer on sugar, offer on oil, offer on rice. So you are getting the personal message. See how much they are earning, how much they are saving. Not only this is just normal thing, but people, many departments, many you cannot even imagine also. You cannot even imagine also. Your contact is already reached to so many people, guys. They are selling your contacts. They are buying your contacts for business. Information is wealth nowadays. As a DBA, you should know this. In case if you have a chance, just avoid giving numbers, phone numbers, personal data and all. It's not like for business purpose, guys. People are cheating. If they know your number, morning I got a call, early morning, 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock, and they are saying one automated call, like your FedEx parcel is blocked at some airport, just call to this number to get the FedEx parcel. I don't have any FedEx parcel. And someone will call, like your number is blocked, your account is blocked. Only because of this data. How they are getting the data? Every day morning, if you just, even though you're working, you're not working, you will get a minimum 10 calls for loans, offers. Definitely. So you should know the importance of the data, guys. It is very, very important. Okay. So now that's what using RDBMS, what they did is they just simplified storing the data, managing the data, retrieving the data using RDBMS concept. So that's why SQL Server is an RDBMS software which will be used to store the data, to process the data, to retrieve the data. Now is it clear, guys? What is RDBMS? Is it clear, everyone? RDBMS means how we are storing the data. Yes, you are storing the data in the form of tables where there is a relationship between the tables is called RDBMS, guys. Clear?
Yes, and it's clear.
Shanmugh, I have a doubt. So, if you are creating one table, what will be the space? And if you are creating three tables for the same information,
it depends on the, it's not like a space, okay? It depends on the number of columns, number of records. If you create the table, nothing, it don't use any space, very little space it will use. But it depends how many records you are inserting. Okay, so we cannot say what is the size of the table. So in case in your table, if 100 records are there, separate size, different size, and 1000 records are there, 1 lakh records are there, 1 million records are there, 10 million records are there, 100 crores records are there. Depends upon the number of records, the table size also will be increased, it will be decreased. Okay, various sizes you will have.
Okay.
Questions, guys? Fine. So now is it clear? SQL Server is an RD. No one will ask you, hey, what is SQL Server? No one will ask you. You are going to try as an experienced DBA. Just to understand what is SQL Server. SQL Server is an RDBMS software. Using this, we can store the data, process the data, and retrieve the data. This is how we'll use. So I told you different RDBMS softwares in the market. So we have SQL Server, MSSQL Server, we have Oracle, we have MySQL, NoSQL. So these are all the database technologies we have in the market, guys. So now tell me, what is a table, guys? In the SQL Server, we'll store the data in the form of tables only. That's true. What is a table? What is a table, guys?
Row
Just tell
and a
me.
column.
Very good.
Rows and
That's it.
columns.
That's it. Collection of rows and columns. That's it. Very simple definition. Collection of rows and columns. Okay. Or we have one more definition, small definition. Collection of related data entries. Collection of related data entries is called a table. Collection of related data entries is called a table, guys. So if you see here, table, 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 table. Where is this table? Yeah. So now if you see here, what is table? The data in an RDBMS is stored in the form of database objects, which are called as tables. This table is basically a collection of related data entries. It consists of numerous columns and rows. Told you, right? We just discussed. Table is nothing but a collection of related data entries. In any RDBMS, the data is stored in the form of database objects called tables. For example, if you see here, this is one table, guys. If you see here, this is one table. How many columns are there, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns are there. How many records are there?
7.
7 records. So what is a column? A virtual entity is called a column or field. A virtual entity, salary is one column, address is one column, age is one column, name is one column, ID is one column. Virtual entity is called a column or field. An horizontal entity is called a record. Okay, this is your record, guys. A horizontal entity is your record. Virtual entity is called a column, guys. Horizontal entity is called record or row. Horizontal entity is called record or row, guys. Virtual entity is called column or field. Virtual entity is called column or field. So Shanmukh, how many columns we can store? How many rows we can store in a table? Depends on the storage. Columns wise, we have a limitations. Something like 256 columns, something like that, or 999 columns, something like that. We have limitations. Depends on the language. But rows, numerous rows, depends upon the storage in your SQL server, in your drives, in your servers, Windows machines. Depends upon the storage. We can store numerous, okay, data in the tables, guys. Depends upon the storage. You should have enough storage to store the data. If you see here, this is your employee table. 1. Ramesh, his age is 32, address is from Ahmedabad, and his salary is 2000. And one more guy, Kilan, age is 25, from Delhi, salary is 1500. So like that, you can see the columns. This is name column, this is age column, address column, salary column. So column will give you a specific information, guys. That's it. Column will give you specific information. If you see here salary, salary is a specific information. You will not get complete information. Column is always will give you a specific information, whereas record will give you complete information. 1 Ramesh 32 Ahmedabad 2000. It will give you a complete information, guys. It will give you a complete information. If you see here, this is a record. See, a record is a horizontal entity in a table. 1 Ramesh 32 Ahmedabad 2000 is a just record. And a column. See, a column is a vertical entity in a table that contains all information associated with a specific field in a table. So this is your column. Address is one column. Age is one column. 1 minute, guys. Just 1 minute. I'll be in mute. Yeah, guys. Okay. So a row is a vertical entity which will give you complete information, whereas column is row is a horizontal entity which will give you complete information, whereas column is a vertical entity which will give you specific information about that particular field, guys. So table is nothing but collection of related data entries. We can say it's a table, guys. Any questions till now? Any questions, doubts? So slowly, guys, please don't worry. We'll jump into the demos and all. Probably tomorrow onwards we'll start doing the demos. As of now, we'll try to understand the things once we are good. Don't think only theory we are covering. First
Spoon
2 3
తెచ్చుకోమా
classes, yes, it will be kind of. But
మహా
tomorrow,
స్పూన్ తెచ్చు అమ్మా ఇది ఇంకొంచెం
Sandhya,
వేడవ్వాలమ్మా
Sandhya, Sandhya. Right. So tomorrow onwards, we'll go with the demos, guys. I'll show you how to install the Oracle VirtualBox. Like we'll first discuss about it. What is Oracle and all? What is virtualization? Okay. How the machines will be in the organization, how the layout and all will be discussed, and slowly we'll go into the demos, guys. Don't worry. I'll show you everything. Any questions till now? Any questions, doubts? Yes, yes, Abu. Guys, one more thing I just want to tell you. Tomorrow morning, Sunday morning, okay, for us tomorrow morning. So I have one function to attend. Just for tomorrow morning, there will be no class. That's a pre-planned. So before itself, I'm telling you guys, okay, tomorrow morning there will be no class. And for US guys, it's evening for you, okay. So there is no class, and tomorrow evening, as usually, we'll connect with the same link, guys. Okay,
Hello,
7
hi.
p.m. IST. Yes, yes, please.
Shanmugh, I have one doubt.
Please.
In WhatsApp, you send it morning 7 to
9:30. Yes,
9:30,
yes, yes.
and evening we need to attend
Same.
both classes.
Both classes you have to attend. Morning and evening you have to attend. It's not like two are same, two are completely different. The continuation. Morning we'll discuss something and
You need
evening
to
we'll
attend morning
continue.
and
Yes,
evening.
yes, you have to attend morning and
You
evening.
don't have a daily session like 1 hour.
No, no, no.
Why? Because
There is
it's
no,
very difficult to
no,
make
no.
this much course content in
That
one
is
day.
true. That is
This
true.
total.
But again, in the morning we have already discussed the same point. Okay, in the morning we have already discussed the same point.
That
We'll
is fine.
go.
Even today you are discussing. Tomorrow you will not go like that, na? I think
That's
so.
no.
Can you make decrease the session?
Not at all. That
It
is
is
not
very
at all.
difficult to take place of
Zamir,
course.
just listen to me. That is not at all possible. Since 4 5 years, I am taking classes on weekends only. Again, the reason, have you attended morning session?
No, I didn't attend. I
Just
thought evening
attend.
is the
Just
same.
no. Just attend the morning session. Just watch the morning session. This we have already discussed. I'm so sorry for that. The reasons also I told you why I cannot take on daily basis. So it's not like 5 hours I am dumping something. So even though we are connecting 5 hours, okay, morning 15 minutes, in the evening 15 minutes, we'll go for a break, which will be 30 minutes, 15 minutes, 15 minutes. 4.5 hours will glow slowly. It's not like dumping completely. No, nothing like that. So we'll go slowly,
True,
we'll
but
discuss each and everything. So that's what, just to go through the morning session, like we have already discussed at this point. Daily classes are possible, not possible, Jamir. Okay. And since 5 years, I'm
no, at
taking
least
weekend classes only.
you are right only. At least in morning, 2 hours,
Not
evening 2 hours,
possible.
that is
Not possible.
fine. 10 hours means even you have so many works in weekend to do. How we can
See,
give
Zamir,
much time to you?
for you, it will be possible. Someone will ask Shanmugh,
No, even other people they are not
no,
telling
you cannot
outside.
confirm, right? You cannot confirm, right? You cannot confirm for about others. You
No,
cannot
I was
confirm.
telling no one is telling if one speak, other will speak. I was thinking
It's
like
not
that.
like that. See, only one thing, Zamir. Weekday classes are not possible. Okay, we have only weekend classes. And some people, weekends are like they want weekends. Some people, they want weekdays. You cannot say 100% is everyone is looking for weekdays only, right? No one will ask like that. Maybe, yeah.
I
Majority can
agree,
ask
but
weekdays.
2.5 hours, 2.5 hours, it's like a
That's what you attend the
Yeah,
very much.
session.
weekend classes
How?
is good. I
Yeah.
think so.
That's what you attend the session. It's not like I'm dumping the whole 2.5 hour session. We'll go slowly. 2.5 hour we have time means we'll go slowly. Each point we'll discuss. I can understand your pain, but weekdays, I told weekdays if you connect for 1.5 hour, it will be 7.5 hours. Okay, and if it is 7.5 hours every week, right? And in the weekends, we are going to cover for 4 sessions, which will be 9 hours. Every week, we are going to cover 9 hours. Then only we can cover the subject in 2.5 months. If you are going for weekdays, 1.5 hour and all, then it will goes to 3.5 months. See, believe me, a guy cannot sit for 3.5 4 months on a single technology. After 2 months, he will leave it. So lot of things I just planned, and based on that only we will decide whether it's weekdays, weekends and all. Hardly I can hold you for 2.5 months, guys. Please believe me. Hardly I can. After 3 months, it will be bored for you. Every weekend will connect, and after 3 months, that's why I planned weekends is better, and that too, professionals also will join. It's not like for my comfortable and all I'm just checking. No, after checking everything, and it's almost batch 56 for me. Since 5 years, I'm taking weekends. When I started the training, I used to take on weekdays. Then I planned like this. Okay, 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 chalo. So if the course is like increasing 3.5 months, 4 months only for SQL DBA, after 2 months you will not get concentration and all. You cannot put concentration main thing. So a lot of reasons. So you can say no, I'll put the concentration for 6 months and all, but different people we have to understand their okay ideology and all. So based on that, I decided to take the classes on weekends. So classes will be on weekends only, guys. No weekday classes. Okay. Questions?
Hi. Actually, I got confused. So uh, I need to join evening batch. So
Abu,
I need to attend
wait.
morning also. You said.
I'm not sure why people are getting confused. Very simple thing. All 4 sessions you have to attend. If it is repeated means I'll only tell you 2 sessions only you attend. Okay, all 4 sessions you have to attend. All 4 sessions are different sessions. Class 1, class 2, class 3, class 4. Now is it clear, everyone? It's not class 1 on the same day, class 2 on the second day. Class 1, 2, 3, 4. Now it is clear. So you have to, everyone has to attend all 4 classes. All 4 are different classes. Fine. Right. So let's go for a break, guys. I'll be back after 15 minutes and we'll discuss. Okay. Slowly, we'll start with the SQL Server versions. What is a version? What is an edition? What and all versions we have? What is the compatibility? So everything slowly we'll discuss and then we'll continue. Okay. So we'll be back after 15 minutes, guys. You can be on the same call. I'm not going to close it. You can be on the same call. So I'll be back after 15 minutes, guys. Thank you. Right, guys, can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah. Okay. So let's continue, guys. So we'll discuss about the versions. Okay. Uh, yeah. So we'll start with the versions of SQL Server, guys. We'll first start with versions. What and all versions are there? Just a minute. Let me open that notes. Right. You're able to see my screen, right? Okay. So let's start with the versions of SQL Server, guys. What is a version? Version is nothing but an updated software copy of a SQL Server. Version is nothing but an updated copy of SQL Server, guys. Generally, we are all using Android phones, right? So now even we are using laptop also. So earlier, when you used this laptop, I guess you heard about this Windows 7, Windows 8, Windows 8.1, Windows 10. Currently, we are using Windows 11. That is called version, guys. Like if you see iPhone, currently we are using, currently in the market, we have iPhone 16, right? iPhone 16, iPhone 15, 14, 13, 12, 11. So these are all the versions of the software products. Okay. So version is nothing but the simple definition is version is an updated software copy of a SQL Server. We can say it's a version. So I told you, right, in the 1980s, Microsoft started its journey, and then 1990s, it just released one copy. So the version is generally the version will reflect the year when it was released. Okay, so from 1997 onwards, Microsoft SQL Server, like it was popular from 97 onwards, Microsoft SQL Server was popular. So the general versions of SQL Server will be SQL Server 97, which was released in the year of 97, but it was not so famous. The version that just changed the Microsoft database future is your SQL Server 2000, guys. So 2000, with 2000 onwards, they started introducing the GUI tool. Okay. From 2000 onwards, which was released in the year of 2000. This SQL Server 2000 was released in the year of 2000. What is these numbers? You don't worry, guys. I'll explain this number and this number. I'm going to explain everything. Okay, you don't worry. These are the build numbers and compatibility levels. Okay, I'll explain. Don't worry. So in the year of 2000, they release generally. Now also, there are few organizations. Even though it was almost 24 years, which was released from now, I mean to say 2000 to 2024, even though it was almost 24 years, still Some people are using 2000 guys in their organizations in few projects. So in the year of 2000, Microsoft released a version called SQL Server 2000. Like how we have Windows 10. If you go back like 4 or 5 years back, we used to see like Windows 10 machines, Windows 10 machines. Like now also we have Windows 10 machines. Now slowly we are moving to Windows 11. Right? Slowly we are moving to Windows 11. And if you go back 10 years back, Windows 8, 8.1, Windows 7 also. Windows 7 also we used to use. Those are all the versions. If you remember Windows 7, definitely you will get an idea. Okay, maybe 10 years back we used Windows 7. Okay, 7, 8 years back we used Windows. Windows 8 was not so famous. I guess you know that Windows 8, 8.1 is not so famous. 8.1 is not at all famous. 8 is also a little bit famous. Then Windows 10 is so famous, guys. Like that, if you are able to recollect by using the version itself, you can able to like understand the time period when you used and all. In the same way, in the year of 2000, they released SQL Server version 2000, and after 5 years, they released one more version called SQL Server 2005. So Shanmukh, do we need to remember these versions? Yes, very important. All these versions should be on tip of your tongue. All these versions should be on tip of your tongue. Okay, so in the organization also, we might use SQL Server 2000. Depends upon the company you selected. Some companies are still using 2000. Some companies are still using 2005. These are all the old versions, but still they are using. So after 5 years, they released one more version called SQL Server 2005, guys. And after 3 years, in the year of 2008, they released 2008 and SQL Server 2008 R2 release 2. R2 means release 2. And then SQL Server 2012 and then 2014 and then 2016 and then 2017 and then 2019 and then 2022. So 19 and 22 are latest versions. So 19 is also almost 5 years completed. So 22, I can say, is the latest version. Don't know in future they might release 2024 or 5. 4, I don't think. 4 means they might start giving the advertisements and also I don't see any to the 2024 sequels, or maybe they might release 2025. Maybe, may not be. Okay. So in the year of 2000, as discussed, this was released in the year of 2000 and this was released in the year of 2005 and 2008 are to 12, 14, 16, 17, 19, 22. So all these versions you have to remember, guys. Tomorrow there is a quiz, so I'll ask okay the questions and all, guys, initially. So you have to remember, very 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 important, guys, versions, SQL Server versions. Why? Because in the interview, the first question they will ask is, what and all you versions you work till now? What and all versions you work till now? They will ask the same question, guys. Okay, in the interviews, they will ask the same question. Till now, what and all versions you worked on? What versions you have an experience? Like that, they will ask. So you should be aware of it. SQL Server 2000, 2005, 2008, 8R2, 12, 14, 16, 17, and 19, 20, 22, guys. These are all softwares, SQL Server softwares, guys. Okay, so where I can install these SQL servers? This is a software. SQL Server is a software. If I want to install a software, what I should have, guys? What I should have?
Windows.
I should have an operating system, right? I should have an operating system. So this software can be installed on any platform. So what is an operating system, guys? What is an operating system? Can anyone tell me?
Is an interface between user and hardware.
Very good. What is an operating system, guys? Operating system, OS. Okay, OS is an interface between the user and the machine. Okay, OS is an interface. It's just an interface. For example, you want to create one folder. How you can create the folder? One interface will help you to do that. That interface is called your operating system. You want to create a new folder, you want to copy the files, you want to like take the backup, you want to restore it, you want to create new folders, you want to delete the folders, you want to do something. So everything we can do using one mechanism. If I want to create one folder in this machine I have to use. So right click, I can choose new, I can create folder. You are telling to operating system, hey, create a new folder. Then operating system will create a folder for you that will be stored in your machine. So using operating system, you are talking to the server, guys. I mean to say you are talking to the laptop or server, you are talking to the machine. So operating system will act as an interface between your user and the machine. Even phones, every electronic device will have operating systems, guys, including calculators. Every electronic devices will have operating systems. Then only it can respond to your queries. So this is an operating system. This is a platform. If I want to install SQL Server, I should need this kind of platform. I should need one interface that is called platform. So where I can install the SQL Server, guys? On the operating system. On the operating system, I can install SQL servers. I can install SQL servers on any operating systems. Up to 2017, up to 2016, SQL Server is a platform dependent. Means what? Platform dependent means only on a specific platform you can install SQL Server. Right? On which platform? Microsoft platform you can install SQL servers. Microsoft operating systems. We have two types of operating systems in the Microsoft. One is desktop operating systems. Second one is server operating system. Desktop operating system means this is for personal use. We are using our laptops, right? That is your desktop operating system. What are the examples of desktop operating systems, guys? Examples of desktop operating systems. Windows 7, Windows
Laptops.
NT, Windows Vista, Windows Premium, Windows Home, Windows Home Basic, Windows 7, 8, 8.1, 10, 11. These are all for your desktop operating systems, guys. In the organization, we use server operating system. Same, that is also same like desktop only. There is no big difference. But what is the difference between desktop OS and server OS? When compared to desktop is meant for personal use only. Hardly how much RAM will use it, guys, for personal laptops? Hardly. Max RAM. Now, maybe 32 GB.
4 to 8 GB.
No, regularly that is 48 GB, but maximum in the market. In the market, max RAM we can see up to 32 GB in the personal laptops, right? 16, 32 GB, max to max. But in the organization, 16 GB, 32 GB, 4 GB, these are all just peanuts, guys. To maintain an application, sometimes you need 64 GB RAM, 128 GB RAM, 256 GB RAM, not storage. There is a difference between RAM and storage, guys. RAM and ROM. RAM is your memory, random access memory, whereas ROM, read only memory, guys, which will store the data permanently. Okay, permanently the data will be stored in the ROM, which is the disk, guys. ROM is nothing but your disk, hard disk. RAM will just store the data temporarily. Temporarily it will store, guys. Temporarily it will store. So the RAM in the organization, based on the application, if the application is big, sometimes we'll also use 256 GB RAM machines, 512 GB RAM machines. If you see this meteorological servers, I hope you know that weather, they are going to like process lot of images, the weather servers and all. Okay, they have to process lot of images to check when the rain will come, the temperature, humidity, pollution in the air, all the whatever molecules in the air and all. To calculate all these things, they need very bigger machines, guys. And the NASA, like supercomputers, they have to like keep on processing a lot of images, high resolution images it has to process. So like that, applications generally, if it is a big application and all, we need lot of RAM. So personal computers can up to now, personal computers maybe can have up to 32 GB. And when compared to personal computers, server operating system will have more capabilities in terms of resources. It will support more CPU, it will support more RAM, more hardware, more resources. That's why in the organization we'll use server operating systems, guys. In the organization, we'll use server operating systems. Only your laptop will have like desktop operating system. The laptop that they are going to give you will have Windows 11 generally. Okay, 10 or 11 they will give you, but the servers will have server operating systems. On top of the servers, we are going to install SQL Server. Again, Windows Server is different, SQL Server is different. Windows Server is a platform, SQL Server is an application, software. Is it clear, guys? Everyone?
Can you please repeat?
Windows Server is a platform where you can install multiple applications. Okay, it's a platform, operating system. Whereas SQL Server is an application which will help you to store and to process to manage the data. For example, very simple example, you have your Android device, right? The Android device, the Android is your operating system. On top of Android device, you can install WhatsApp, you can install Facebook, you can install PhonePe, you can install Google Pay, you can install, okay, what else? Whatever you want, Zoom meeting, you can install Google, you can install some other maps. These are all applications. Where you are installing on Android operating system. So the Windows Server operating system is also kind of a platform. On top of your platform, you can install any applications. SQL Server is just one application. See, I am using Google Chrome is one application. Zoom is one application. Snipping tool, one application. Oracle VirtualBox, one application. Excel sheet, one application. RDP, one application. What is this? OneNote, one application. Edge, one application. Like this, how many applications I installed? Multiple applications I can install. These are all the applications only. Camera, one application. Feedback, one application. Go to meeting, go to PC. IDLA, image burn, Lens. These are all different applications. Microsoft 365, Microsoft Office, Teams. These are all the applications that I have installed on this laptop operating system, guys.
Got it.
1 minute, please. Right. Okay. So application. What is application, guys? Generally, application is a software package which is going to fulfill your requirements. So application, for example, PhonePe. You want to send money, you want to receive money. You will use one application called PhonePe or Google Pay or Cred. You want to book a cab. You will use one application. Ola, Uber, Rapido. Okay. Like that, you want to communicate with others. You will use WhatsApp, Telegram. These are all the different applications. So application is a software which will fulfill your requirements. So like that, SQL Server is also an application. To manage the data, we'll use one application called SQL Server, guys. Okay, so where I can install this SQL Server? Yes, Narendra, we'll discuss about the bill numbers. Don't worry. So where I can install this application, guys? I can install this SQL Server on either desktop operating systems and on server operating systems, but we'll never install SQL Server on desktop operating systems in the organization, guys. We'll always use server operating systems only. Is it clear now, everyone? Are we good, guys? Any questions, doubts?
It's clear enough.
Yeah. So now let's go to Windows Server versions. So SQL Server is an application where I can install this application. I can install on any Windows Server operating system. So like how we are having Windows 10, Windows 11, Windows 7, Windows 8. In the same way, in the Windows Server operating systems also, we have different versions. So Windows Server 2000, which was released in the year of 2000, and Windows Server 2003, 2008, 8R2, 12, 12R2, 16, 19, 22 is the latest Windows Server version, guys. These are all operating system server versions. These are all SQL Server versions. Again, there is a difference between application and OS. Yes, please.
What is this 15.0?
I'll tell you. There is a separate discussion. We'll discuss.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So I can install these SQL servers on these operating systems. Okay. I can install these SQL servers. This is an application, right? I can install these SQL servers on any of these operating systems. So definitely you'll get it out. So Shanmugh, can I install all SQL servers on all Windows servers? Is it possible? Now guess it, guys. Is it possible? Just guess it.
Maybe no.
Definitely it is not at all possible. So that is called compatibility. What is that, guys? Compatibility. I'll give you a small example. What is this compatibility and all? When we are at like small age, like kids. So we used to wear the clothes, whatever like clothes we have. By that time, we'll wear some clothes. Like 3 years, 4 years when we are at the age of 3, 4 years. Now, can I use the same clothes, guys? Is it possible? Can I wear the same clothes now? Whatever you like, we used at the age of 3 years, 4 years, 5 years, or 10 years. Can we use it now? Is it possible? Not at all possible. Why? Why? Because by that time, based on your height, based on your measurement and all, parents bought that dress and we use it for 2, 3 years or 4 years, 5 years if it is big. Now we cannot use that one. Why? Because we are big now. We can't even wear also. We can't even use those things currently. Just we can, in case if we have that kind of like dresses and all, we can just see these are my childhood dresses kind of thing. But we cannot use it. In the same way, when Microsoft is introducing SQL Server 2000, they don't know, right? In future, when Microsoft will introduce Windows Server 2022, they cannot guess the operating system that is going to be released by Microsoft 20 years back. Correct? Correct, guys? So when they are releasing this version, they will just keep in mind what and all supported operating systems are there by that time. So one thing that I cannot install all SQL servers on all Windows servers, that is not possible. Why? Because of the compatibility. Because of the compatibility issues, I cannot install all SQL. Why? Because now it is very old version, 2000. Windows Server 2022, very latest version. So definitely it will not support. So now if you see, generally sometimes you can see in the news, Apple stops supporting iPhone 5, iPhone 6, iPhone 7 and all. When Apple is releasing the latest versions, it will stop supporting older versions. Why? If it is still supporting older versions, people might not migrate to latest versions. Right? So to generate revenue, definitely they have to stop supporting the older versions. SQL Server is also same concept. Okay, so I
Shanmugh,
cannot. Yes, please.
how can we know that which
I'll tell
operating
you. I'll
system
tell
will
you.
support
I'll tell
them?
you. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. There is a concept. I'll tell you. Okay, how we can like tell on which operating system what kind of SQL servers I can install. Okay, I'll tell you. So that is the next point, guys. Guys, is it clear now? I cannot install all SQL servers on all Windows servers. That is not possible because of the compatibility issues. Very lower versions of SQL servers I cannot install on very higher versions of Windows Server. Very higher versions of SQL Server I cannot install on very lower versions of Windows Server. First point. Second point, just it's a nowhere you can find this rule. Just with the experience I'm telling, every SQL Server will support -7 to +7 years, guys. -7 to +7 years. Okay, every SQL Server version will support -7 years to +7 years. What it means. For example, you want to identify on what Windows Server versions I can install SQL Server 2017. On what and all Windows Server versions I can install SQL Server 2017. Just SQL Server 2017. Now apply the same rule, -7 to +7. What is -7 of 2017, guys? -7 of 2017.
2024,
Huh?
2020,
-7 of 2017, 2010,
2010.
right?
2010,
Correct. +7 is 2024.
24.
In this range, now tell me, guys, what and all operating systems are there in this range? 10 to 24.
12, 14, 16, 17,
Sorry.
19,
These are
22.
the Windows Server versions. Windows Server versions. Okay?
Yeah, 12 or 16, 19, 20.
Right. So on all these Windows Server versions, I can install my SQL Server 2017, guys. I can install. Definitely, for sure, you can install your 2017. So this is how you have to calculate -7 to +7 years. Now tell me on what and all Windows Server operating systems I can install SQL Server 2005, guys. Calculate and tell me. Now just tell me the -7 and +7. -7 +7 of 2005. 1990
98,
to
2012.
2012. In this range, what and all Windows Server operating systems are there? 98 to 2012.
2000,
2002, 2000, 2003, 8 and 12.
Clear now? Is it clear how to identify? Everyone, is it clear? If it's not clear, let me know. I'm happy to explain again. No issues for me.
Clear.
On all these Windows Server operating system. Why? Because it is very important, guys. It is very, very important. Sometimes someone will call you or they will ping you in the team. Say, hey, Shanmukh, can you please install SQL Server 2012 on Windows Server 2005? Sorry, we don't have Windows Server 2005. Windows Server 2000 or Windows Server 2003. You cannot say yes. You have to first check the compatibility, whether it is possible to install SQL Server 2012 on Windows Server 2003. What is the gap, guys? What is the gap? SQL Server 2012 and Windows Server 2003. What is the gap? Almost 9 years. Right? 2003 means 7 plus 2, 9 years. So definitely blindly you can tell that is not possible. We cannot install. Or if they're asking, hey, can you please install 2005 on Windows Server 2022? Is it possible, guys? SQL Server 2005 on Windows Server 2022?
No.
No.
Not possible. You can blindly tell that is not at all possible. SQL Server 2005 was released in the year of 2005, but the current latest operating system is 2022. So compatibility issues will get it. It will not allow to install SQL Server 2005 on Windows Server 2022. So by that time when they introduced SQL Server 2005, they don't know in future Windows Server 2022 will come. So hardly any SQL Server, it will support -7 years to +7 years. Max to max, 99% you can blindly calculate this and you can tell it. No one will ask you, guys, this is not an interview question. Tell me on what and all operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012. No one will ask you this question. Just in case while working, if someone is asking, hey, can you install this version on that Windows Server? Okay, like that, if anyone is asking, you should be able to handle that situation properly. First you say, yes, we can install, later, hey, it is not possible. That will give you a bad impression on you. Okay, guys, is it clear? Now, can you tell me, just open your chart. In that you can see direct message to source university. Click on that. Don't send a public message group chat. Just send a direct message to source university. Now tell me on what and all Windows Server operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012. Don't tell your answer. Type your answers in the chat, guys. I'll give you 2 minutes time. Calculate it and type your answers in the chat. I'll open Windows Server operating systems also. Yes, it is very difficult now to remember. Going forward, you can easily remember. So SQL Server 2012 on what and all Windows Server operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012. Just check it and tell me the answer, guys, in the chart.
Sir, can you repeat the question?
On what and all Windows Server operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012? Guys, is it clear? Is my question clear, guys?
And Shenmugh, can you repeat once?
Yeah. On what and all Windows Server operating systems I can install SQL Server 2012? Okay, just to you can just see the Windows Server operating systems, right? That's why I opened this. On what and all. Let me do one thing. Where is the notepad? Okay. On what and all Windows servers I can install SQL Server 2012. Okay, this is the question, guys. These are the Windows Server operating systems. No, don't type from this to this. I need exact versions. People are typing the range. No. Anyone who knows basic mathematics can tell that answer. Don't type the range. I need all the operating system names. Premkar, just now I said don't type the range. I need what and that's why I opened this notepad here. You can see the Windows Server versions. What and all Windows Server versions are there in that range? I need the answer of those Windows Server versions. Right, okay. I can still see the answers. Okay, fine. So now let me check the answers, guys. And let me go to this chart. Okay, and very good, guys. Good participation. Right. Narendra, student version 2, 2008 to 2019. And okay, Rashid and Jamir, like as discussed. Okay, Sanjay, Windows Server 2008, 12, 16. Mahesh, 2008, 8R to 12, 12R to 16, 19. Narendra, 2008, 8R to 12, 12R to 16, 19. Zamir, server 2008 8R2 1212R2 1619. Madhuramesh 88R2 1212R2 1619. Very good. And Abu 2008 8R2 1212R2 1619. 1619. Rashid, good. Atharva 2008 8R2 1212R2. Very good, guys. Very good. Atabang 2008 8R2 1212R2 1619. Anjan, good. Joshna, good. Ravindra, good. Jai, good. Teddy, okay, good. Mehboob, good. And Mazid, yes. 2008, 12, 16, 19. Okay. So now let's calculate it, guys. Let's calculate it. So SQL Server 2012, right? So 2012 means minus 7 plus 7. Minus 7 of 2012 will be how much, guys? 2005 to 2019. In this range, what and all Windows Server operating systems we have? 2005 to 2019, we have all these operating systems. So on all these operating systems, for sure, I can install SQL Server 2019. Very good, guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy, guys. Seriously. Okay, good participation and you answered well. So is it clear now about compatibility and all? Is it clear, everyone? Are we good, guys?
Yes, Anna.
Yes.
Any questions, doubts?
Actually, Windows Server 8 and 8R2, that's only the actually features are
See,
different.
8R2 means not so great features and all like introduced. Just sometimes when they will they will release R2, in case if any big issues are there, big challenges are there, any bugs are there. Okay, in that case, immediately they will release R2. Windows Server 20, 2008 R2, 2012 R2. Generally, in that scenarios also they will release immediately on the in the same year they will release the next version. Release to R2 means release to. So yes, 2012, especially 2012 12 R2 is very famous, and 2008 R2 is also famous operating system. But nowadays they became old. People are now using Windows 2016, 2019, 2022, guys. Nowadays, how to check which Windows Server version? Mahesh, very good question.
Hello, excuse me.
Yeah,
Can you
Mazid,
please
1
little
minute.
bit loud?
Guys, is my audio clear? Any issues with my audio?
No, it's clear.
It is
No,
not
it's clear.
in
It's
audio.
clear.
There is no issue, but your voice is low.
Why? Okay, okay, fine. Okay. So now is it clear, Mazid? Yeah. In case if you're still having
Yes.
issues, just try to rejoin. Huh? Fine. So now, 2012, 12 or to 16, 19, what we are discussing, guys? How to check Windows Server version in our laptop? Again, Mahesh, um, in our laptop, we are using desktop version. Okay, in our laptop, we are using desktop version. So desktop version should be Windows 7, 8, 8.1, 10, 11. So your laptop version should be either of these versions. So where to check? Just type Windows, just hit the Windows keys, type system information. Just type system information. You can just click on that system information. You can see what kind of operating system it is. See here, I'm using Windows 10 Pro. My laptop, when I create virtual machines, I'll install server operating systems. For personal use, we don't use server operating systems. Server operating systems, when compared to desktop operating systems, server operating systems are so costly, guys. Licensing and all is so costly. You can imagine like one server will have at least 3 to 4 lakhs, only Windows server. On top of that SQL server, again 3 to 4 lakhs. So the desktop hardly like whatever you are using currently, you will get it with the laptop, right? When you buy the new laptop, maybe they will charge extra 5,000 and they will give you the desktop operating system. So desktop operating system when compared to server operating system, desktop operating system will be used only for personal use. But server operating system will be used for business, commercial use. So that's why the cost is high and we don't use any server operating systems in our local laptops. Clear, Mahesh?
Yeah.
Okay, guys. So in the system information, we can see operating system. We can see the motherboard, like your processor, i3, i5, i7. and how many CPU cores, and how much RAM is there. Okay, how much RAM is there? We can see everything in your system information. You can just hit the Windows button. You can type system information, or in the run also you can use MS Info 32. Okay, same thing will open MS Info 32, or you can use some commands in the command prompt to get all these details, guys. Okay, fine. Are we good, guys? Questions, doubts?
No, Anna.
Fine. So tomorrow, guys, remember tomorrow I'll ask you the SQL Server SQL Server versions. I'll ask you the Windows Server versions. Okay, just if you want, you can take a snip, guys. Okay, I'll open this. Just you can take a snip. Okay, just take a snip of these SQL versions and take a snip of the Windows Server versions. Tomorrow we'll discuss about the build number. What is build number? What is CTP, RC, RTM? Okay, build number format and editions, and then we'll slowly, okay, jump into the demos. Guys, again, tomorrow morning, before itself I am saying, tomorrow morning I have to attend one family function, so I cannot take the class tomorrow morning. Okay, so the class will be there in the evening 7 p.m. IST. For US people, okay, tonight there is no class, and tomorrow morning you can connect with the same link, guys. Okay, the link will not be changed until further communication. Okay, after 2-3 classes, then once you registered, then the link will be changed, guys. Okay, so tomorrow evening you can use the same link, guys, to join at 7 p.m. IST. Fine, are we good? Fine.
Yes.
Yes,
Yes, Anna.
that's it for now. Okay, any questions you can ask me, guys, otherwise we are good to close the session for now.
Hello.
Yes, please.
What is the course fee?
That will be discussed over the WhatsApp. Just ping me in the WhatsApp.
Okay,
Hi,
fine.
Sharma.
Please ping me in the WhatsApp.
If you are
No class tonight.
Sorry? Yeah,
No class for tonight.
tonight no class. Tomorrow morning we have the class, Teddy.
Okay, thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you. Use the same link, Teddy.
Sir, any scholarship
Guys,
program?
you have no. It's not scholarship. It's not a university. I just kept the name as like that.
Tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock?
Same. Morning there is
7
no
o'clock.
class. Tomorrow morning there is no class. Tomorrow evening 7 p.m. IST we have the class.
Okay. Okay, fine.
Okay.
hello,
Tomorrow
Sharma.
only one class.
Yes, tomorrow only one class. Only for tomorrow, not every weekend, guys. Tomorrow morning I have to attend the
Okay,
family
fine.
function.
Yeah.
Okay, please don't mind.
Yeah.
Okay,
Before
fine.
itself I'm just saying, yeah.
If you are teaching every day,
Sorry, Mehboob.
hello.
Sorry, yeah, Mehboob, tell me.
Not me, boss. Someone.
Okay, fine. Guys, someone is asking, guys. Someone is asking the
Yes,
doubt.
I only.
Jamir, tell me.
If you are teaching for example, you are teaching the class on Saturday and Sunday. I have doubts on remain.
You
Then
can
how
ping me.
can
You
I
can
reach?
ping me. You can ping me happily. I'll be available in the WhatsApp at any
Okay, sure.
morning hours, 10 to 6, 7 like that. You can ping. Even if I am free after that, also you can ping me. Not an issue.
Okay.
Tomorrow evening.
Shanmugh,
Yes, please.
SQL Server versions. What is that 70, 80?
I'll tell you. Tomorrow we'll discuss about build number, compatibilities and all. So simply I'll give you one thing, that when you install 2017, the folder will be created with that particular number. Okay, when you install 2000, a folder will be created with 70. When you install 2005, a folder will be created with 90. So that will be covered tomorrow. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
What is
Thank you.
8.0? What is 9.0? What is 90? Will be covered tomorrow. Can
Okay,
you
thank
show
you.
Windows version? And yeah, I'm going to show you, Zamir. Yeah. Now you are asking the Windows Server versions. Yeah, guys, these are the Windows Server versions. You can take a pic of this. Tomorrow morning, not morning, in the next class, I'll ask you the SQL versions and Windows versions, and even compatibility levels also. Like we just discussed it now, right? On what and all Windows Server versions we can install SQL Server. These 3 questions tomorrow. We'll have a small quiz before starting the session, and then we'll jump into the session tomorrow, guys. Teddy, you have my number, Teddy. Guys, do you have my number?
No.
Okay. Okay. So
I do have the WhatsApp number.
Okay, no problem. I'm just pinging this number. This is my WhatsApp number. You can just copy paste in any of the chart so that you are able to directly ping me in the WhatsApp. Okay, I'm just pinging this number in the group chat. I just pinged my number in the group chat. You can just copy paste this number in your WhatsApp chat so that you will get the message option. You can directly message me. Okay, or else
Yeah,
Teddy.
what is it?
Yes, please.
What is the team?
Yeah, I have your number.
Yeah, okay, done. Very good.
Sanmukh, actually, I have sent you the message WhatsApp for the fee related.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That will be discussed. That will be discussed. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Sharmukh, could you please scroll down for
Yeah,
SQL Server
sure.
versions?
Yeah, sure. 1 minute. Just 1 minute. Yeah.
Yeah, next page.
You want to see this one?
No, SQL Server
SQL
versions.
Server. Okay. Yeah. Clear, guys? Questions?
Shanmugh, I have one more doubt.
Please, yes, Prem.
Is it Windows OS or this 2000, 2003?
These are all Windows
are
Server operating. Yes.
These are desktop OS or server OS?
No. Desktop operating systems means only 7, 8, 10, 11. So you don't see any 7, 8, 10, 11, right? These are all Windows Server operating systems only.
Okay.
Desktop we don't
Fine.
use.
These are
We use it only for personal laptops for desktop operating systems. So we'll always use Windows Server operating systems only.
Okay. This is a server OS. Okay.
Correct. Server operating systems.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Sharmukh.
Thank you, Narendra. Guys, that's it for now.
Thanks.
Good night, guys. Good day.
Thank
We'll
you.
connect tomorrow evening. Thank you.
Happy weekend.
Yeah, thank you. Bye, guys.